It's Sick Boy from the Gaminganarchist Collective, and I'm here to tell everybody, cite your sources. This is in particular in response to some kind feedback I'd like to offer Boogie2988. He's recently started doing gamer news videos once a week. He obviously talks about the gaming industry as and when, he does rants about it, and that's one of the things he's most known for. But he started doing these videos, and they're highly successful because he's a highly popular personality. I have a criticism, and a fairly strong one, for him, and that is that I have not seen you cite your sources. Now that is a problem, and I'll explain to you and to everybody else why that's a problem. It's a problem because your punditry, my punditry, and everybody's punditry is entirely subjective. It is based on your opinion and your outlook. The facts are the facts. Your comments and punditry are your spin on those facts. If you are reporting speech, if you are reporting an event, you need to cite information where that can be found. You need to have a quote, you need to have a link to the citation of the reported speech you're talking about. You need a copy of the press release. You need a link to some kind of source documentation to allow people to go and fact check you. Some of my favourite subscribers fact check me on a regular basis. If I miss a link, they tell me, you missed the link. I go in, oh, sorry, there's your link. They'll often go back, cross-reference. They may say, actually, this situation isn't quite as black and white as you're making out. Here are the facts. We have discussion about it, and we come to a conclusion. Because we deal with these things as a community here. On my channel, that's how things are run. Now, I am hesitant because I would like people to be trusted online. Whether their opinion I agree or disagree, their opinion should be subjective, but the facts should be objective and verifiable. And when they're not, it makes things suspicious and it makes things really quite iffy. If you can't quote, you can't track to source material, your information can't be trusted. Now, if you have a loyal fan base, that makes things doubly problematic. Because you can be wrong. You can be leading people down the garden path. You can be telling people something that is legal or illegal when it's not. You can be telling somebody to boycott something based on your subjective opinion without providing the information. I quite often go out of my way to tell people they should avoid a product, and I try my best to provide the information for them to make that decision. Now, not everybody agrees with me. People often strongly disagree with me when I badmouth a product, I badmouth a service, that they want to spend their money on that, and that's their prerogative. My responsibility for what I'm doing is to give that information and give people the opportunity to either heed my advice or ignore it entirely. And everybody who is doing any kind of pseudo-journalism or punditry online needs to be wary of that. And if you subscribe to somebody and they don't cite their sources, you should call them on it. I'm not suggesting you should harass them or treat them poorly, but you should call them on it. You should be able to verify the information, and then you can hear if their opinion chimes as true to you, if you follow their opinion. I personally don't mind if people follow my opinion or not. My opinion is purely subjective. I deal in fact and then my opinion based on that fact. The only time I get into an argument often with people is when they dispute facts. I will dispute facts because facts are facts. I will not dispute my opinion on fact. I will give you the reason behind my opinion and you can either accept it or reject it. I'm not going to argue to justify my opinion. But I will argue where you are factually incorrect or where your understanding of the facts differs from mine. But I will not tell you this is my opinion. And this is the problem when you do not cite your sources, because you are essentially citing your opinion as fact, because people can't go back and fact check you. And that's dangerous. If you want validity in your internet reporting, in your YouTube punditry, then you should insist on high standards. And those standards are, as far as I am concerned, go back to the original article. Not the article that quotes an article that quotes an article that quotes an article. Go back to the source material. Link to the source material. And if you can't link to the source material, Justify that. Say you can't. Admit it. Say there's no information. This is going on hearsay. This is conjecture. Or here is reported speech from X person that they said this. And if it's not true, then that source information can be debunked. But if you just say, X person says this is what I think about it, you're doing your viewers a disservice, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the medium a disservice by not being reputable. I urge everybody, if you're a creator, cite your sources. If you are a viewer, expect sources. I think it is the absolute minimum you should be expecting from this kind of content. And I hope everybody agrees with me on this, because frankly, it is the way to go. There is really no opinion with regards to this. You want to be taken seriously, you should cite your sources. That's how things work in the real world. That's how things should also work online. The burden of proof does not get less because you're dealing in a digital space. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later.